They're not fighting fentanyl, they're fighting us. The HALT Fentanyl Act is not a policy, it is a loaded weapon dressed in stars and stripes. Lawmakers didn't offer care or recovery, they unleashed a calculated erasure plan. Poor people, users, and those surviving on the edge are now targets while overdoses skyrocket. In 2022, over 107,000 people died from drugs. Of those, 73,000 deaths involved fentanyl. A functional system would not bury tens of thousands and call it victory. Instead of clinics or housing, they dropped a bill soaked in neglect. Nothing about this bill brings safety. Every fentanyl-related compound now sits in Schedule 1, bound to mandatory minimums. Courts lose discretion, judges can't adjust based on circumstance, rehabilitation is not even an option. Disappearance becomes the sentence, and the targets are no mystery. Black people made up over 59% of fentanyl analog convictions. This law does not go after kingpins or CEOs. It hunts the broke, the sick, and the desperate, those already drowning. Research got gutted too. Scientists can't even study these analogs without clearing walls of red tape. Some compounds might reverse overdoses. Possibilities now sit behind locked doors. HALT did not just restrict supply, it sabotaged recovery. Forget the border propaganda. Over 90% of fentanyl enters through legal checkpoints, smuggled in passenger vehicles by American citizens. That open border fear-mongering fuels more policing, not safety. It is a manufactured crisis. Crackdowns make things worse. Prohibition births stronger poisons. After oxy came heroin, then fentanyl. Now it's xylazine rotting flesh and nitazines that ignore Narcan. Banning one substance fuels the rise of something deadlier. HALT throws fuel on the fire. Public health was never the priority. Control, punishment, and power are the real goals. Requests for care were met with cages. Demands for support were silenced by new charges. Communities did not ask for another war, were already bleeding. None of this is accidental. Sentencing frameworks were built to lock people up. For prison slavery, prison expansion wasn't a side effect, it was the blueprint. And racial targeting has always been deliberate. Every decision serves profit. Poor and disabled people are easier to monetize behind bars. If lives matter to them, we'd have medication assistance, treatment, housing first programs, safe use sites, and naloxone everywhere. But they offer punishment repackaged as prevention. This is not safety. What you're seeing is war. Not on the traffickers, not on the profiteers, but on overdose survivors, against people in pain, upon those this system could not kill the first time. I've watched people beg for help and get chains instead. Friends died waiting on treatment bed that never came. Jails don't bring healing. HALT seals the coffin on that line. Anyone who has suffered should be furious. Everyone still standing should be in the street. They won't stop unless we stop them first. HALT doesn't stop fentanyl. It stops people from surviving long enough to fight back.